G'day, it's Chef Jason here, and welcome to The Great Bite. Here we share love for all things culinary, including history, recipes, and stories. So don't forget to subscribe and join in on the adventure. G'day, all. Today we're going to be making a traditional Italian tomato sauce. Now, this is the Italian one, not the one we associate with the French mother sauces, which we'll do at another time. Now, the beauty of this sauce is its simplicity, bringing out the rich sweetness of the tomatoes. For the best sauce, I'm going to be using fresh ingredients for this one. We're going to be using Roma tomatoes, garlic, onion, basil, and olive oil. The best tomatoes you can get are definitely the San Marzano tomatoes, which are very sweet. The next best would be the Romas. You can get San Marzanos in a can if you can't get them fresh. They can be very hard to get fresh, depending on where you are. Uh, I'm personally prefer fresh tomatoes, so I'm actually going to be using Romas for this sauce. We're going to be using 6 tomatoes for this sauce. The first step is we're going to peel them, and the peeling is very easy. What we do is we're going to score the bottoms with an X, and then we're going to remove the core at the top. We are going to be using 2 cloves of garlic. It's just as easy as getting the whole bulb of garlic in, crushing it with your hand, and then pulling 2 out. I know a lot of people like to use garlic, lots of garlic in their sauces. My way of thinking is the garlic is there to help provide balance to the sauce. By overdoing it, it overpowers the sauce itself. For whatever dish I'm using this sauce for, if I want to add garlic to that particular dish, I'll do that. But for the sauce, what I'm trying to achieve is balance. And here's a little trick I learned from Marco White, watching one of his programs. With your onion, grate the onion. Don't slice it or dice it, whatever. Grate the onion. And there's a good reason for doing this. When you grate it, what you're doing is you're actually removing a lot of that water content in the onion. So this is a great little tip whenever you're making a sauce. Make sure you grate the onion. And do that with the garlic too. So as you can see here when we've grated the onions, you can see all that water that's dispersed from the onions. And what this is going to do when we cook, we are going to saute the onions off, and all that water is already gone, so we don't have to worry about that water evaporating. Now next we're going to be blanching these in a large pot for about 30 to 60 seconds. Make sure your water is boiling first. Don't bother to salt the water. The tomatoes are not going to be in there long enough to absorb any salt. And you'll know the tomatoes are done when you'll see the end starting to curl a little bit. And what we're going to do is we're going to drop them into an ice bath, and just to stop the cooking process. And you're going to find the peel comes off very quickly and very easily now. I'm just going to cut them up a little bit for the pot. Some people like to seed their tomatoes before they start cooking them. I'm not too fussed with the seeds. I know that they are bitter, but one concern I do have, that little jelly that you see in between the seeds there, there's a lot of flavor there in that jelly. So I think it's worth that slight bitterness you're going to get all that flavor. Because I think if you start seeding them, you're going to lose all that extra flavor from the tomato. Here's another look at that jelly in between the seeds there. That's all flavor there. And yes, I know there's bitterness, but you've got to remember we are using Roma tomatoes, and the same with the San Marzano tomatoes. They are sweet enough to override any bitterness you're going to get from the seeds. So I do believe it's worth all that extra flavor to keep the seeds in. And a nice hot pan here. We're going to put some olive oil in and saute the onions off. This should not take long at all. As I mentioned earlier, we've got rid of most of the water content from these onions, so this should be very quick to saute. We will then put the garlic in. Now we don't put the garlic in with the onions, and there's a good reason for that, because we do not want to burn our garlic, otherwise it's going to become very bitter. So make sure we are not burning our garlic. Now we're going to cook down our tomatoes for about 30 minutes uncovered, depending on your desired thickness. If you want a light brown sauce, it'll take about 20 to 30 minutes, while a very rich, thick marinara requires about 45 to 60 minutes or longer. And as I mentioned before, if you want a really thick sauce, you are going to be, especially with fresh tomatoes, you are going to want to be cooking this quite a bit longer. Uh, but I am going to cheat a little bit. Now, this is a little cheat if you want to cook the sauce quicker and you want to get nice and thick. I am going to use a bit of tomato puree, just a spoonful, just to add an extra thickness to the sauce. However, if you do have the time, uh, nice thick rich sauce, about 90 minutes, and that's a good, highly concentrated, hearty reduction. It's ideal for very heavy pasta shapes and slow cooked stews. Now, I know what you're thinking. He had some basil there on his board earlier on. When's he going to put that in? Well, any fresh herbs you really want to put in at the end of your cooking so you don't overcook it and stew out the flavor. I'm going to be just using basil for this one, but you can put oregano as well in it. If you want something a little spicy for an arrabbiata, you put in a few chili flakes as well. That will might be suitable, but you always put it at the end of your cooking so it can absorb all that flavor. And there we have a nice, thick, rich tomato sauce. And if you have a mason jar and you can seal this, this will keep on the shelf for a good 12 months. All ready there to use for whatever dish you want. Hope you can tune in again for my next recipe. See you later. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and please leave a comment below. This is Chef Jason, and remember, love is the secret ingredient.